All right. Welcome. Welcome to the Before Slavery Experience webinar series. And my name is Pat Snipes. I'm the founder of the Before Slavery Experience. Before Slavery is a new African American history experience that's coming to the Atlanta metro area. It's a little different than most in that our museum experience or our tour begins at the 1600s and it gradually walks you back through time. So it's like time travel. And you will learn about the cultures from which African Americans came, how we lived, how we governed ourselves, what we believed, how we got to even that part of the world, and where we came from even before that. So that's the before slavery experience. We want you to really support this mission, help us get the doors open, and visit our website, beforeslavery.com. But today is a very special day. I'm so happy to have met these wonderful young ladies, and I welcome these beautiful sisters who are so knowledgeable and passionate about educating our young people. Today we have Rivka Hartwell. She's from Heritage Homeschooling Advocates, and ZakarYah Zamar. She's from BenaYah Shalom Homeschool. Together, they have joined forces to host their first annual Abrym Homeschoolers Convention. It will be held on November 22nd and 23rd in LaGrange, Georgia, but they're going to tell you more about it in just a moment. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you.
Shalom. Thank you. Thank you. All praises.
Oh, yeah.
Most high. Shalom to everybody out there. And I say, sisters, y'all look beautiful today.
I was about to say the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. So take your time. Tell us about yourselves.
You can go ahead first, Cece.
All praises. Okay. So, well, I am Cece Hartwell. I am a mother, daughter of Yah, entrepreneur, artist. My given name in this walk is, as was stated, Rivka Matanya. So if you see anything dealing with ministry or my artist music side, you'll see Rivka. But for obvious reasons and for business purposes, you'll see Cece Hartwell, which is more akin to my government name and everything. But yeah, I'm just a daughter of Yah, mother of two beautiful children, little youngins, and yeah, that's. I'm not sure what everybody else wants to know. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'm not sure what everybody else wants to know. But
well,
yeah,
tell us a little bit about Heritage Homeschooling Advocates.
Absolutely. Okay, so Heritage Homeschooling Advocate, that is a online platform where I create and I offer learning aids and books for the younger ages, for the lower elementary ages, like third grade and under, to help with their education. So those of us who are homeschooling our littles probably will find a lot of use in there. I think the things that I create and I make for my littles with their curriculums and things like that, I just do it on a grander scale and offer those and make those available to other people as well who might want some assistance or more fun ways to teach these foundational lessons to their little people, to give our little people a really strong start in the educational realm, right? So we focused on, myself focuses on early reading and early learning activities. It really focuses on literacy and math kinds of things, just that getting the math mindset, things like that. I've started going into musical learning aids and things as well. So those are going to come available. Well, anatomy for little people, those kinds of things are going to be available very soon as well, because it's never too early to start with our little ones. Their brains are literally sponges. So that's what I try to achieve with what I do, is bringing things down to their level to give them, like I said, a strong foundation and a great start, so that these concepts and things are not harder for them later on in life. With Heritage Homeschooling Advocates, though, the goal is not to just stop at creating learning aids and books and curriculums and things like that. The goal is to ultimately become an online platform for our students, our community, to gather and to be students and to congregate and to socialize and to have some sort of, not necessarily a replication of their, public school experience or anything like that, but to take the bits and pieces that were pretty tove or pretty good from that, like the socialization, doing things like spelling bees, book clubs, debate teams, pen pals, just those kinds of interactive things, and creating an online platform for our community the goal is to be ran by parents and educators and home educators, to make sure that our students are still getting that socialization, and also just able to do so with like-minded individuals to start to form that community and start to form what it is that we want to see. We can't really see it and not want to do anything about it. So that's what Heritage Homeschooling Advocates is about.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Well, and you, sister?
Shalom, everyone. I am Sister ZakarYah Zamar. I just really want to say, first off, I'm super humbled to even be working with Sister Cece in this. I mean, like, the team up is nothing but Yah ordained. Like, when we met, she brings so much balance to, like, let's do this and do this, because she is totally with it, but she's also like, okay, well, how we gonna do this, right? Like, she just brings so much balance to it. And so I'm so humbled to be able to work with you. Her spirit is beautiful. She is a beautiful sister. And so I'm just, first and foremost, all praises to the Most High for allowing us to team up in this sisterhood and, really bring this to our families and our children, because we're both very, very passionate about this. So I'm just really thankful. So again, my name is Sister ZakarYah Zamar. I do a few things. I have BenaYah Shalom, which is our set-apart homeschool program. I am also a music artist. I do sing praises unto the Most High. And so with BenaYah Shalom Set-Apart Homeschool, we are local and online based. Currently, we are not doing our local program because I need to find a new building, Yahuwah willing, that will come soon. So we're just doing online for this beginning school year. We actually start school tomorrow, so I'm very excited. This will be our 3rd year, and my mind is blown. This will be the 3rd year we are starting with this program. So I am just humbled at what the Father has been doing and how the Father has really been working in this program, because it is all His hand, I am telling you. So I'm very excited. With BenaYah Shalom, we really like to focus on returning to the ancient path. So a lot of my teaching comes from hands-on experience. We're very kinetic learners. I send boxes to the families with all the materials that the children need: pencils, color pencils, crayons, glue, all the things, and then also all the projects that we work on. So we work on projects like tinctures, herbal remedies, foraging, gardening, animal husbandry, working on ancient Hebrew. So those are the things that are really focused on, but we do also have core curriculum just to make sure, everybody is on governmental standards. Our children, I have found from my personal experience, our children excel in so many different capacities. I mean, they blow my mind. Each and every class. And I teach classes 5 days a week, each and every class. And I let them know, like, y'all blow my mind. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are absolutely incredible. And so I don't limit what they're capable of. So we do core curriculum and we do all the other stuff. We do a lot of singing. I found, like, just in not only my learning style, but in my experience with children, incorporating music into their learning. I mean, they get it like that. I mean, and it makes it fun. It makes it really interactive. So especially with an online course, you know, I don't want the students to sit there and just be like listening to me talk all day, right? I know how my children are. We don't do YouTube, we don't do TV, we don't do none of that. So I want interaction. I'm asking the children questions. I'm allowing them to ask me questions. I allow them to ask each other questions, because the goal of BenaYah Shalom, just like Cece said with Heritage Homeschool Advocates, is to really create a family. And in doing this, I have seen so much connection, because it's important that our children know that there are other children out there that are on this walk as well, that are experiencing the same things, that are going through the same things, that are maybe facing the same challenges and difficulties when it comes to associating and socializing outside of people that are in our walk. And so I really want to give the children and the families a chance to be able to commune with one another. And so even though we are strictly online for this semester, we still have field trips and we still have meetups and we still have opportunities for the children to come together and play together, for the families to come together and play together. We're planning on having some game nights with inviting other members of the community that are not necessarily even in BenaYah Shalom, just so we can establish that familial bond, that really familial territory. Because even what I've seen from my online students, because most of my students are online, and what I have seen is just so beautiful, because the children, they really get to know each other and they really get to interact with each other. And I'm talking from miles and miles away. We have students in Canada, we've got students in Africa, you know, and they're able to connect with one another and form a true bond. So it's like, if they do get to see each other, when they do get to meet each other, that's already there, and they're just running around playing like they cousins. So I'm really thankful. I'm really excited to see where Abba takes this, and, you know, where he continues to grow it. And I just pray that I be used as a righteous vessel unto his works, and that I continue to please the Father in this way. So
wow, ladies, you are powerful in Yah. I'm just so grateful to have the two of you come together and share this with our audience. So what do you remember as the catalyst that directed you towards education? And, you know, like, what made you want to teach? You want to go back to Cece and then alternate?
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's kind of gonna be a long story, but shortened. I'm gonna try to shorten it. The catalyst for me to begin my home education journey, it kind of started when my husband, because my husband has two older children, and they're pretty much 17, 18 now, so they're pretty much grown now. But for a short time, they were with us, and long story shortened, they started out in public school. We were having issues with the school system and with them in the school system. Where I'm located, our school system, I'm just gonna say it's trash. Like, it's trash. I'm not gonna be with that. And so we ended up pulling them out. The solution was I was gonna stop working. And my husband desired for me to stay home to make sure that they were getting the education that they needed, because we found we kind of went through a bit of a journey actually with them. We found out we could do public school at home. And then we found out, as I started doing more research, I found out about different curriculums. I found out about just different things as it pertains to home education. I'm like, oh no, this is like a real thing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do it. Let's try it. Let's explore it. So that was the catalyst, just needing a solution to the issues that we were having with our school system, with our oldest two children. And from there, my younger children, who are still with us, because the oldest two, they did go with their biological mother. And so they are not here in the home with us any longer. And like I said, they're about to age out of school anyways at this point. And so by the time the younger children were born, my oldest of the younger two, she's 7. And so they just kind of got inducted into the homeschool journey right along with the oldest two. So that's where I kind of learned to take different things and not necessarily dumb it down, no, but adjust it to their level. If I'm going through a history lesson or if I'm going through a math lesson or something like that, I can have them all doing math or whatever, but just have them doing theirs over here, theirs over there. You guys sit here, do your stuff. I'll be working with them on their things, so I learned to kind of adjust that way.
That's
From
beautiful.
there, just, I guess I got bit with the homeschool and
Yeah.
I just took it and started running with it because, all right, Most High, I'm seeing progress and I'm seeing benefit to it. So, yeah.
Definitely. I can relate. When my youngest went from kindergarten to first grade, he was, my kids are learning all the time. Through summer, they have mommy work, so they're never out of school. And so when my youngest came along, went to public school for kindergarten. When he moved into first grade, he was reading at a 4th grade level, and his teacher was not happy about that. So she did everything she could to dissuade him, to minimize him. And so I was volunteering in the school, and I could see that certain students, she would literally cringe if they came near her. And I said, okay, I tried to move him out of her class, and I tried to really get the other parents who were experiencing the same thing I was to advocate for our kids, but they didn't want to do that. So I tried to move him. And so that wasn't working well. So I pulled him out of school. And then I homeschooled all 3 of them. One was in middle school, one was in 5th grade, and then he was in 1st grade. And we did that for 4 years. And it was a great experience, It was a beautiful experience. We would do all kinds of field trips. We would go on trips. They would write papers, It was a blessing. It really was. And so that actually prompted me, and it's so such a blessing to meet you, sisters, because you're doing providing curriculum and education, the whole gambit, social activity, and so forth for the younger kids, and through lower elementary and some upper L, right? Also, yeah. And so before slavery has developed a curriculum as well, but for upper L, middle school, and high school. And it's just history, actually, at this point. It's just history modules that you can teach. So yeah, this is something that's needed. I'm so glad that we're at a point where we're branching out and offering these things to help one another. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Please tell us, how did the 2 of you meet?
So we actually met at a sister brunch. Shout out to Hebrew Hideout and Sister Duana of Hebrew Hideout for she puts immaculate events together. First of all, let me say that. And I actually did reach out to her for advice on this event because I'm like, the way you do things, sister, is just whoop, 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 on point. So we were at a sister's brunch around this time last year, actually. I think it was around like November, early November, mid-November, that we actually ended up meeting. And I was asked to come and speak regarding homeschooling at the sister brunch. And so that's kind of how we met. There were a lot of different things, though, available at the sister brunch. There was vending, there was dances and dinners and balls. I mean, she went all out, and it was a beautiful experience. That's how we ended up connecting, and I'm so glad.
That's beautiful. You know, I didn't we didn't get to hear about how you know, your story, ZakarYah.
Yes. So the catalyst was really my own personal experience and just my journey through not only the school system, but later on in life, kind of being awakened to what was happening in the world and how our people were being treated and what was going on with the school to prison pipeline and like all these things. So it kind of started out like with myself in elementary school. I would kind of have the same problem that your son had. And my mom would be like, you need to stimulate her. Long story short, school was too easy for me. It's memorization and regurgitation and Barak Yahuwah. I have a really great memory. So it was easy. You're not teaching me anything. You're not causing me, they started to take away critical thinking and like all those things. So it's literally memorization and regurgitation. And it was easy for me. It was easy all the way up into high school, even in college, it was easy for me. And I would get very bored very easily. And so, when you're little and you bored, you start to, hey, friend,
That was my problem too. Yeah.
My mother started having issues with that. And they said, well, she seems to be a little too advanced for this. And so they put me in a program called GATE, which was Gifted and Talented Education. I didn't really like it. But overall, we had problems. I also grew up in Boise, Idaho, which is, not many of our people reside there. So that was another challenge that my parents kind of had to face along with it. And then, as I said, as I grew older, went to college, I majored in psychology and biology, wanted to become a doctor, found out about the medical industry, trash. I was like, oh, not doing this anymore. So I dropped out. Yes, I did a paper on thimerosal, which is one of the main ingredients of a preservative for the vaccinations. Found out all about the vaccinations, and that just kind of started me on a whole rabbit hole for the education system, the medical system, just the whole mechanisms of and inner workings of the world. And so I started to find out more about how they were targeting our sons, especially with these vaccinations, and started to find out about the school to prison pipeline, and then started kind of on my Afro Black Power type of thing, and was involved in protesting and things for about 2 years until the Most High opened my eyes. And he's like, look, none of this about to change unless y'all turn back to me. All of this is going to keep going. It's going to keep repeating itself because y'all are not being obedient. This is why this is happening, due to your disobedience. Right. And so, turn to the Most High, and gave myself to him and said, okay, Father, what is it that you want me to do? And I knew off rip when I was pregnant that I was going to homeschool my child, just because of everything that I had experienced. I was like, if he anything like me, they're going to try to say he got ADHD or something. I was in the generation kind of before that, so they never tried to diagnose me or anything. But knowing what I knew then and what I know now, I knew that they were going to try to say something about my son or put him somewhere, or just any type of thing that they do in the school system. So I already knew when I had him that he was going to be home with me. And it just so happened that people started to see, because he was reading fluently at 2, and so people started to see what I was doing, and people started to ask me, hey, what are you doing? How are you doing it? Can you do this for my child? Because I have to work. And so lo and behold, that kind of turned into what BenaYah Shalom is. It really provides an opportunity for parents who may not be able to actively homeschool their children in the capacity that they want to, but still want to be able to bring a certain level of value to their child in that sense, and to the community in that sense. So that's kind of how I got into homeschooling.
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, this is a good time for me to share this flyer with everybody. Make sure that you can see it. This is the first annual Homeschoolers Convention that these two young ladies are bringing to us. And I want to make sure that we get out there and learn what we can to enhance whatever you are already doing, or encourage you to get involved in homeschooling. If you do not want to actually homeschool, there are still things here at this convention that will help you just in, just at home, even though the kids are, taking classes in the school system. There's seminars and workshops and performances and food and fun, bouncy houses. Just, put it on your calendar. It's coming soon. Make sure you get there. It's very inexpensive and well worth your time and money and effort. All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick little break here. There's a couple of things I want to share, and then we're gonna go right back to some questions for Cece and ZakarYah. So next Sunday, October 22nd at 3 p.m. Now our webinars are usually at 2 p.m., but next week we need to do it at 3 Eastern time. Please join us as we welcome Dr. Theron Williams. Oh, wait. I apologize. I went to share screen without sharing the screen. Okay, Dr. Theron Williams, here he is. He is the pastor of Mount Carmel Church in Indianapolis, Indiana. And he's also the author of the book, The Bible is Black History and Beyond. So his first book was The Bible is Black History, and I think that was in 2009. And it's well received. The word is spreading far and wide. People are waking up and understanding more about our history. And so we're going to have him back next Sunday, and he's going to share with us his newest book, which goes beyond. I think I was reading his a little in his book, and I see that he is also talking about the Creator by his name, Yah, hallelujah. So we're making strides. We're growing. To register for that webinar, it is free. Go to tinyurl.com/Theron Williams, Theron Williams. All right. I also want to share with you an event on December 17th in the Atlanta metro area. Before Slavery Experience is hosting an event called Dancing Through Black History. All right. Our celebrity hostess is Twanda Black from KISS 104.1 FM and WPGN Radio. And she will walk us through history through dance. And the dancers will be from Spirit of Dance, Toshiba dancers, and Uhuru dancers. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you came to our last event, it was a musical journey through Black history. It was wonderful, and everybody enjoyed it. It was standing room only. People were out the door. So get your tickets early. They're only $26 now on our website, beforeslavery.com. All right. All right. So, okay. One other thing I did want to share with you before we go on with our interview. And that is at the end of today's interview, you will receive a survey in your email. please, and it's a brief survey. Please complete the brief survey. And we're scrolling through our website here. And if you put your email address at the end of the survey, your name will go into a drawing to win a new Before Slavery t-shirt. Yay. And the winner will be announced in next week's webinar. So complete the survey, put in your email address, and someone is going to win. Next Sunday, we will have the announcement of the winner and it will be mailed out to you. If you want to just support this mission, you can buy the t-shirt online also. And we also have this beautiful book, Black Butterfly, which was written by 10 young women between the ages of 18 and 25. And these ladies represent the diaspora. They are from all over the world. And they have written powerful poetry. You can find it on Amazon.com. Okay. And so now we're happy if you are just joining us. We are so happy today to have Sister Cece Hartwell and Sister ZakarYah Zamar, who have joined us. They are have put their energies and their efforts and their brilliance together to share with us some extraordinary information and helpful tools and all kinds of things that you will need for homeschooling. And that is on November 22nd and 23rd in LaGrange, Georgia. So now we're back. Ladies, how did you know that there was a need in the community for the Abrym Homeschoolers Convention?
Well, I will say because of my desire. I knew there was a need because of what I wanted to have or what I wanted to see. And so just like you say, necessity is the mother of invention, right? So I wanted to see certain things. I hope children, I was not seeing that for our community. Voila, let's make something happen. Let's do that thing so that we can see it happen and so that no one else has to say, I want to see this happening, but where are we at doing it, you know? So right. That, for me, that's how I got clued in, like, well, if it's not created yet, that means there needs to be somebody to do it.
Exactly. Do you ladies still have room for vendors?
Yes, we do still have room for vendors. We are still also accepting child performers. So there's going to be a children's showcase, which is like that's the whole best part of the event for me personally, because it's like the way that these babies just shine. Sometimes in BenaYah Shalom, like we'll have class days where they just will sing a song or like express one of their talents. And I mean, it brings me to tears. Like they all know, like Mr. ZakarYah finna cry, like, because I literally, they're so awesome. And so we are also accepting child performers. Like if you have any children that have a gift or a talent that would like to sing or perform or do their poetry, we also have room for that. We are also having art auctions for our children that paint and do like art and things like that. So if your children would like to participate in that, we are welcoming that. But yes, we are welcoming vendors. We have regular vendors, like if you are selling merchandise. We also have absentee vendor slots. So we will have a table and a person running the table for anybody that wants to send their information in that may not be able to attend, or if you even want to send merchandise in and you're not able to attend, we will have somebody manning a table to be able to provide services for your business on that end. And then also we will have food vendors and food trucks. So I'll see who.
Very creative, very creative. Tell us again the details of the event and how people can contact you if they have further questions.
Take it away, Cece.
I couldn't get to my mute button. Okay. So all praises to the Most High. As it was stated, as the good sister just stated here, yes, we are, well, what we can expect from this event and what we are trying to put together, Yah willing, it comes to fruition, and Yah willing, it goes as, you know, we see it in our minds. It's beautiful in our minds. Okay. We want to give these children an opportunity to shine. Children performers, if they dance, if they sing, if they play an instrument, if they write, if they paint, draw, whatever it is, give these children a righteous light, a righteous platform to shine on. Okay. Also, what we can expect there is we're going to have different speakers, people who may not be familiar with the home education journey. This is definitely going to be friendly for them. People who are pretty seasoned on the home education journey, this is going to be for them. We're going to have different speakers just talking about all things, you know, education wise. I think we even have someone coming in to discuss things about etiquette that's going to, you know, enrich our students and our parents ourselves, you know, as well. What else? So that's the seminars and the workshops. We do plan to have a few truth music performers there. So, you know, it's, you know, so the adults will have a little entertainment as well, you know. So we have that going on. A big part of it as well. We definitely want to, like I said, give these children a righteous platform, a righteous light to shine in. And so our dinner, we want to plan, and we are planning a formal dinner. And that means get your babies dressed up, get yourself dressed up, come on out. You will have your table, we'll have your place settings. We are going to give these children performers who are coming and showcasing their skills and talent our full and undivided attention. The children will leave with certificates afterwards, with small prizes. And that's another part of it too. Aside from the vendors and everything, we're just going to have a lot of fun little things for the kids to do, the different activities, opportunities to win games, raffles for homeschooling materials, for certain curriculums or things that people have donated. So definitely please come out and support. Just bring, it's supposed to be, and it's going to be a family fun and family oriented event, you know. We have a lot of things for adults, you know, going on. Let's do something for our children. Let's make them the focus of this one, this time, you know. And like it says, first annual Homeschoolers Convention. So we definitely intend for this to keep going year after year.
And get bigger and bigger. I am so excited.
Exactly.
I'm going to be there. I'm looking forward to it. And I encourage all of the before slavery followers to come on out and support this effort. Tell your friends and family about it. People who have children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, bring the kids out and just enjoy yourself and learn something. How can people contact you if they have further questions?
I keep finding this mute button. So if you want to contact, and I'll give my information, and then Sister can give her information. You can contact myself, Sister Cece Hartwell. You can do it by. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was saying email is good. Or
website.
Okay.
Email. Okay. Yeah, I'll give all of it. Okay, all praises. I'll give all of it there. You can contact us by phone. This is the Heritage Homeschooling Advocates phone number, so it's not a message number. 513-713-1740. Or you can contact myself via email at hh S as in Sam A, and spell that word out, ANDUYOU, at yahoo.com. That's HHSANDU.com at yahoo.com. You can also direct message either myself or Sister ZakarYah via our Facebook page. Follow our Facebook page, the Abrym Homeschoolers Convention. And if you send us a direct message there, we'll both get it. So if you wanted to inquire about being a vendor, if you wanted to inquire about your children, either of those ways is going to get you to us.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. We want to give special thanks to our sponsors, Praise Factor. We are so grateful to Woni Radio, WONI Radio, and Classy K's Restaurant and Grits and Eggs Restaurant. Delicious food in both places. Be sure to visit our website, beforeslavery.com. And remember to come out for our December 27th, December 17th, forgive me, our December 17th event, Dancing Through Black History. We also will have an online hostess for those who are not local. You can still participate and be a part of this experience. Our online hostess will be with you throughout the whole event and panning the camera around, and you won't miss a thing. So tickets are online. Just indicate that you will be virtual in the payment comments, and we will send you information and a little goodie in the mail. Let's see. And last but not least, we'll see you next week for The Bible is Black History and Beyond. It starts at 3 o'clock instead of 3 p.m. Eastern. The registration is tinyurl.com/Theron Williams. All right, remember your survey is going to pop up in your email after we close this interview today. And somebody's going to get a free t-shirt. So I'm looking forward to seeing who's our winner. Ladies, what more can you tell us, or would you like to share anything that I haven't asked?
I don't even know if I can think of anything. Just that we are so humbled and honored to even have you come out and really expound and just give a different perspective and a deeper perspective on what went on, because a lot of our people just do not know. It is not taught in history. And so, with the expansion of BenaYah Shalom, that we are expanding upwards in age, I cannot wait until your curriculum comes out, because I had an experience actually just this last weekend where a young lady who was in 9th grade, I believe, she was telling me, she's still in the school system, and she was telling me about how they are misconstruing history. And thankfully her parents are, teaching her what actually went on and things like that of our heritage and our history. But she was explaining to me that they're in the school system now, they talking about the Atlantic slave trade was voluntary and just all this craziness. So I just want to say thank you for what you're doing in our community and providing these types of curriculums for our children, because BenaYah Shalom will definitely be using that. And so we just want to thank you for coming out and sharing the gift that the Most High has put in you and joining with us in this. So thank you.
Thank you, ladies. It has been a pleasure and an honor. I look forward to seeing you in person real soon. Ladies and gentlemen, come out, enjoy this. It's for your benefit and the benefit of your children and the benefit of all of us as a nation, because as we help these young people to grow up and understand who they are, where they're from, and have that foundation, who the creator is, who, all of these things are necessary. And so we are so grateful that these ladies are dedicating themselves, committing themselves, and so passionately to bringing this forth for the benefit of the nation. Thank you, ladies. See you soon.
Shalom.
Shalom.